Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go from South Philly. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Lions, let's go now. Cowboys.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Once again, it's Barkley. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles! Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Go! Warriors 70.
From the gun, here's Milton. That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Check. Bronco 80. Go.
So on 1st and 10, here's Milton. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a 1st down.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
tight. 19 tight. Set up.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
2nd and 10.
19 right. Here we go. Here we go. Panther 11.
Throwing again is Milton. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll be 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the 1st down with that one.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
7 Pirates. Cougar 19. Steady.
Throw once more. Here's Milton. Moving outside the pocket. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That one swung out to Blue. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Steady Lions.
A 7-yard gain on the play.
Ready.
It's 3rd down.
They run straight ahead with Blue. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down. And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Pioneer. Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll go. Here's Milton. That is touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Dallas.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Viking 18. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Here's a design run. And he'll get this forward to about the 33.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
This is 3rd and 6.
Ready? Bravo 80.
Back to throw. That one caught by Smith. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Mike, everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Pep.
Out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. Not much happening there, just a short game.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and
8. Okay.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Go. 79 Broncos. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
He'll look to throw. The throw here is complete. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of
3rd
6.
and 2. Here we go.
60 Eagles.
He'll try to run here with Barkley.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Cowboy 80. 18 Cowboy.
We are through 1 here on Wild Card Weekend. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter. They've got it with 4th and 1 straight ahead.
Ready? Viking 18. Get it. Cougar 19. Hurt. Ready.
This looks like a design run. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
19-yard line.
I love this call on 4th down, Mike. Put the game in the hands of your quarterback. Don't overthink it. In this case, let him do it himself, and he picks up a big first down.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 3. To the goal line and in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
The extra point is good, and the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Set. 60.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Get out of the gun is Milton. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. That pass play good for 22. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. Let's go.
On the shotgun, a throw from Milton. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On the jump.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
To the air. It's Milton. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
18. Let's go. Crap. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
To the air on 3rd down is Milton. That's complete to Blue. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down. Cowboys.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready? Ready?
Here's Milton. Now screen set up for Blue. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Let's go now.
To the air once more is Milton. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 8-yard line.
Go.
On 2nd down, Blue. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
In motion, Lamb.
Ready.
Here's a run. And he'll take this one in. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Cowboys. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On the ready.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9.
Here we go. Set 70 Rangers. Set Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Returnable from the 17. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Ready.
Man in motion, heading left. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. It's Jalen Phillips. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go. Bronco 80.
Throwing, Milton. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. On the handoff, this is Barkley. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
Here we go. 70 Lions. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he'll be forced out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And he's going to have the 1st down. They're also in field goal range at the 28-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
60 Eagles, 60.
Throwing now from the gun. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The extra point is up and through. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Hilton now to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's 2nd and 2.
Drop 60, drop 60.
From the gun, here's Milton. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Cowboy 80.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Cougar 19. Let go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game.
Let's go now. Bronco in.
They'll start this on the ground with Blue. Finding room across midfield. And he will score. Jaden Blue. Touchdown Cowboys. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Good with the extra point. And the Cowboys will even the score. It's now 21 all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball's going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Let's go. Ready?
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Count to 60. Count to 60.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll push forward for about a yard. Quinn Williams there to make the play.
Williams on the stop. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
He'll look to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. The throw here is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's fourth down.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line.
Dixie Maverick. Here we go. Check.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Milton. That one swung out to Blue. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be brought down. So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row, and another first down.
50 Bobcat. Get it. 70 Rangers.
Get out of the gun is Milton. Out to his right. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
18, tied in. Ready.
Milton will look to throw it again. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. A tight end in motion now.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Blue will take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And make it a hat trick. That is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
On the ready. Third, let's go.
Running from the pistol with Barkley. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
And they've really done a nice job defensively, holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7.
Hawk 70. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Check smash. 79 Broncos. Ready.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Marquise Bell up to make the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short. Now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
19, Packers 6, hey, smash Broncos. Ready, ready.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
So initially, I think the defense did a really nice job, Mike. They took away the quarterback's first couple reads, but he knows exactly where that check down is. He finds him. It's the running back in the flat. He ends up doing the rest. Picks up a nice gain before stepping out of bounds.
Quick throw, taken in, and they'll take this down inside the 35. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be taken in by Barkley. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 4-yard line.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
19, Tiger, 9. Ready.
Back to the air one more time. In trouble, and down he goes. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, talk things over before 3rd down.
Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Panther 11. Here we go. Here we go. Crackle 80.
From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. This one complete, right side. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here's Milton now on first and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Dak going to give this to Blue. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
Here we go, boy.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Again, here comes Blue. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Here's a second and 3 from the 33.
Let's go now. Let's go.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Throwing on second down is Milton. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
To the air on third down is Milton. Exiting the pocket right. Will try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. 60 Eagles.
Ready. Straight ahead. It's blue. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Get it. 19 Tiger.
A run once more with blue. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7. Now the Eagles, who use the last of their timeouts, talk things over before third down. From the gun, here's Milton. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Down to a knee here, and that'll do it. They have advanced. They are moving on in the playoffs. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend.